Khamenei attack Israel. Netanyahu, we will fight back resolutely. Iran's supreme leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei's remarks calling for an attack on Israel are further heightening tensions in the Middle East. His remarks once again highlight the long-standing hostile relationship between Iran and Israel, raising concerns in the international community. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu reacted strongly to this, warning that he would resolutely confront Iran's aggressive attitude. This situation is further deepening the instability in the Middle East and is attracting the attention of the international community. Khamenei's call for an attack in a recent public speech. Khamenei supported an attack targeting Israel and urged Iranian armed forces to carry out an attack that Iran's military power could pose a threat to Israel, and argued that Iran's military and armed forces should attack Israel directly. These remarks reveal Iran's military ambitions and reflect its intention to strengthen its influence in the region. Khamenei's remarks emphasize solidarity with Iran's armed forces, Hamas and Hezbollah, and suggest the possibility that Iran will cooperate with these armed groups to carry out attacks against Israel. Iran considers Israel part of the axis of evil, and its military activities are rooted in this ideological background. 2. Netanyahu's strong reaction. Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu reacted immediately to Khamenei's remarks. He said he was wary of Iran's aggressive attitude and emphasized that Israel would resolutely confront any form of attack. Netanyahu said Iran's threats against Israel are never acceptable, and that Iran's military ambitions are a challenge to the international community. Israel is already strengthening its military preparations in preparation for Khamenei's remarks, and is overhauling its airborne fighter jets and missile defense systems. Prime Minister Netanyahu argued that such military preparations are essential to ensure the security of Israel, and predicted a strong response to Iranian attacks. 3. Escalating tensions in the Middle East. The conflict between Khamenei and Netanyahu is further heightening tensions in the Middle East region. The conflict between Iran and Israel is not simply limited to the military level, but is likely to expand into political, economic, and diplomatic conflict. Iran's call for an attack could act as a threat not only to Israel, but also to the United States and other Western countries, further complicating the security environment in the Middle East. Additionally, Iran's military activities are raising concerns especially in Gulf states such as Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates. If Iran's influence expands, these countries could step up their military response, sparking a regional arms race. The political landscape of the Middle East is at a critical juncture when it can change. 4. Reaction from the international community. And Netanyahu's strong response are receiving great attention from the international community. Western countries, including the United States, are expressing concern about Iran's aggressive attitude and emphasizing the need to strengthen sanctions against Iran. The United States has stated that it is monitoring Iran's military activity and will take strong military action if Iran launches an attack against Israel. Additionally, the European Union (EU) and other international organizations are also warning of Iran's military threat, and insisting on the need to ease the conflict through diplomatic dialogue with Iran. However, Iran is maintaining its military stance, despite pressure from Western countries, making diplomatic efforts by the international community more difficult. 5. Future Khamenei's call for an attack and Netanyahu's strong response are further deepening tensions in the Middle East, and the situation is expected to become more complicated in the future. The conflict between Iran and Israel is likely to go beyond a simple military conflict, and could lead to political and economic conflict. Additionally, Iran's military actions could trigger an arms race among neighboring countries, which would further destabilize the security environment in the Middle East. Ultimately, the conflict between Khamenei and Netanyahu will serve as a factor that further deepens instability in the Middle East, and there is a growing need for the international community to closely monitor this situation. In a situation where military tensions between the two countries are increasing, it is important to seek a diplomatic solution, through which we must find a way to maintain peace and stability in the Middle East. Like and subscribe? I will do my best if you give me your precious subscription and like.